Let's see
All right.
what it do. Because I know you and I both are like booked and busy today. So
Yeah.
yes, good morning, everybody. We are live. We are here. We're a little bit early. I kind of like coming on at this time. It's like the house is quiet. I
Hmm.
don't have to do X, Y, and Z and all the above, all the things, and
All the things.
yeah, this is good. So, how you feeling this morning, Dr. Ray?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just going to be honest. Okay. Because people think that when you are doing all this, like you and I were doing all this social media stuff, that we have the house in order. Girl, I got laundry. Uh,
Right.
I got all kinds of stuff. One thing I could say that I don't have a massive amount of dishes in the sink right now. So that's good. How about you?
Yeah. I mean,
Any
same
like projects you're working
situation.
on?
You work your business around your life, and
Mm-hmm.
life, gratefully continues. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
balance, and you get things done one step at a time, and
Right.
keep working towards what we have on our plates to handle.
Yeah, I know there's a lot coming up. You have any projects coming up this week in your house?
Projects actually, interesting that you ask. We, have our microfarming business, my husband and I,
Mhm.
and we're going to be putting down a couple new gardens outside. And then
Ooh.
I am going to be putting a back porch garden together
Oh,
because I'm
that's
going to start
good.
growing some more sage. And hey, Darlene,
Hey,
I
oh,
love
Darlene up. Oh, yeah, she got
mhm,
the boys.
sage and lavender. Basically, put together a medicine cabinet with plants.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, you got to document that. I really got to, see that unfold and do all that. That is amazing. That's amazing. Y'all always thinking of some creative ideas to do. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hopping on to today's show. Before Dr. Ray and I hopped on, one of the things was thinking about, literally, I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? We need to talk about the reset,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How to reset our businesses because, right now everyone is building that momentum. They, built that momentum earlier in the month. Normally, the end of the month, people start to fall off. People sort of start to
Hmm.
fall, not on purpose, but it's just
Right.
like the reality of the mortgage is due, the rent is due, things are starting to really be deducted from their accounts and things like that. I'm even getting that on my end of potential people clients who's like, oh yeah, I'm excited, but now it's like, oh, let me get more time and things like that. And as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as someone who's been dealing with business for a long time, I get it, right? I know you
Hmm.
get it, Dr. Ray, but we don't want that to be your main story. We want you to transition and change, and that's important. Even Darlene posted something yesterday, and I'm waiting to go back
Hey,
to see the comments
Darlene.
on that. She was like, money does not resolve money problems. It's really the mind.
Hello.
Yes, girl. I
Hey.
had to go. I scrolled and saw that, and then I like scrolled back. I'm like, oh, so she just posted that last night. So I'm like, I need to see the comments and the feedback she's getting from that particular post. But yeah, girl, that was a good piece of content. So let's just get started. We have 3 points we want to talk about this morning. We're going to run through them pretty speedily. So if you have questions, comments, or anything, just post it down below. For those of you who are watching me for the first time, my name is Leticia Campbell. I'm your sales and marketing strategist. I've been helping coaches, consultants, service providers, and network marketers for over a decade grow and scale their businesses by teaching you guys how to become magnetically attractive and get more customers and clients. Go ahead, Dr. Ray.
Hi, y'all. This is Dr. Rae. I am an acute care physician. I am the number one gut health strategist. I am CEO founder of Better Health with Dr. Rae. And I believe that every person deserves to have their absolute best health, and that starts in your gut. And I help my clients take control of their gut health with my patented products and virtual coaching so that you can see that better health is within your reach.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. So we're going to jump right on into this and talk about, again, our topic for today is how to reset your business. And I want y'all to be honest, whether you're watching this live or on the replay or anywhere where this is streaming, just talk about, is in fact, are you feeling a little bit, under the weather, not like physically, but just business wise, and just, you have a lack of momentum. We want to help you guys out with that this morning to help you to focus on the main things. Like there's 3 points we want to make. And I always say, let the main thing be, in fact, that main thing. So it brings up to
Mhm.
number one, where you have to revisit your business plan. Every business, somebody type in the word every in the comments. Every business have a business plan, even though you didn't actually wrote it down. Really, if you didn't write it down, then your business plan is not to have a successful business. So we
Right.
all have a business plan at one point or another. And now is the time for you to revisit that. So if you have one, revisit it and make sure everything is structured right. I know just recently I got on an amazing call with one of my clients who does OBM. I reached out to her. I know you're going to have a call later on today, but we're
Yeah.
now we reached that stage where we are actually setting up that infrastructure of our business to make sure that we are scaling and looking forward to actually building a business to where we're not always deep engulfed inside. You know what I mean? So, Dr. Rae, what is your perspective on this?
Well, I think one of the things is, as you said, Coach, is part of the business plan is having the clarity of what you do for your clients.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when you don't have a business plan, it's because you don't have a business mission
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know what you're doing for your clients. I think sometimes that's what holds people up, but a
Yep.
business plan is key. And I think sometimes people overthink it.
Mm-hmm.
Think that it has to be, this 20-point um, plan and it has to have all the details and it has to have all the things.
Mm-hmm.
No, just your business plan could be I plan on launching a successful whatever
Mm-hmm.
um, offering you have for that quarter or for that month. I plan on launching a successful this or that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then determining what you need to do. So sometimes, revisit your business plan is key.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gives you clarity, and when you are clear, your clients are clear on what they're going to get. So every business has to have a business plan. And like I said, I think overthinking is what holds up a lot of people from getting it done.
Overthinking, definitely, and putting too many moving parts in the process. Like I have a lot of discovery calls tomorrow actually, and one of the things that
Yay!
yeah, one of the things I have everyone fill out a survey, and any of you who are interested in doing discovery call, just go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com. But one of the options that they always select on my questionnaire is, they have too many moving parts. With so
Mhm.
many parts to in layers to what you're implementing in your business, that certain things you don't need to put all wedge in right now, but maybe you have that process or you have that task or whatever that somebody else said you should focus on, but it may not be the main thing that you're supposed to be focusing on. Maybe it's just a process of 3 or 4 things instead of 14 things that you're trying to do. And like what I realized, that some of the things I want to do in my business, I can't do right now, because I know that I need more help. So until I get that particular thing can't be done. It's gonna be on my board. It's gonna stay on my list. But it's like, and I always say this, like I will get a vision or an idea from God, and God is always say, well, I'm just giving it to you now, but it's not for right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's the key that I had to learn sort of the hard way early on. Um,
Mhm.
that not everything is meant for right now, but it doesn't mean you exit off your vision and your business plan or whatever. It's just not for right now. Maybe you need to start getting prepared for it. Which brings us to this next point we want to make this morning, is to now is the time to start to win back your customers, your old customers, clients, and etc. I put etc. because it's like it could be also your followers. It could be also those people who you piqued their interest and you sort of disappeared. It can be multitude of things. Now it's time to
Mhm.
revisit, sending out emails to your email list, sending them a quick message, letting them know that you're thinking about them. It's time to do that. Like I remember a couple weeks ago, I sent the email out to old clients and I said, hey, I want you back. And it was very, very like a vulnerable email. Hey, I want you back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And a couple of them came right back into my membership. So it's like, it's not saying, oh, that person left, so she's whatever. You know what I mean? Or it's not that. People have several reasons why they didn't purchase your product, service, or course again. You know, it could be something personal. It could be something that it could be a multitude of things, you know. So we can't internalize stuff. I know, Dr. Rae, you and I talked about that last night. When people are voicing their opinions or going through whatever, it's not us that has anything to do with that. It's them projecting how they're feeling within. And we just have to be open to that and accepting of that, but still have our arms open to welcome them back, you know, to, within your space. What do you think about that, Dr. Rae?
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Mm.
I think sometimes we're so busy with trying to move forward that we don't look at what we've already accomplished and revisit those successes. So if you had a client, if you had a customer, you connected successfully with that person,
That's
that they
right.
wanted to try out your service or your product. And I think it's very key to reconnect with them. And this is the thing. Sometimes not only was it not a good time for them before, but sometimes people can be a little bit afraid to come back to you. Because they might be, well, she might be upset that I stopped taking her service or her product.
Yes.
And it's not about that at all. It's about serving your community. And so with that, I think we have to, like you were saying, be vulnerable and be approachable. And I think that's where the magic really happens, when you say, hey, we're still in this together.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
right.
have to give up on what worked before. If this worked for you before, let's see how to get you restarted. Good morning, Roz.
Hey, Roz. Good
Let's see
morning.
how to get you restarted. And another thing that's really wonderful about old clients and customers, when they reconnect with you and the service you're providing, they're going to be a huge referral source for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is where I talk about that we as women have to take the emotion out of our businesses and what we
Hello.
do. Because just on a recent experience, I've had a client that was one of my best ones, out there just like you, hustling things. But there was a time where she sort of withered away. I didn't take it personally because people have their moments, but I know a lot of coaches who do think, oh, she just disappeared or she just X me out, and that may be true for some people, but because not everybody you're meant to help, but there's some, there's the majority of the percentage that needs a time to just step away for a moment to just realize if this is really what they want to do. We all go through that in business where we have to ask ourselves, do I really, really want to do this? Do I really, really want to do it? Sometimes for us women, sometimes when we do get that curve in our businesses where we start getting more customers and clients, it could be a little bit overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like success sometimes can be overwhelming for certain people. So now they have to scale back and like, okay, now I got to start getting really serious. Like it's no going back now, and then all these things come into our heads, our limited beliefs. What if we fail? What if we are not delivering what we say that we was going to deliver on? I mean, there's so many emotions that comes up on their end. And this is whether you have clients, whether you're building a team, whether you are network marketing, it doesn't matter. You get that. You get all of that. And then even with network marketing, which, it's something that you're dealing with, even sometimes the family getting involved, what 97% don't have family members and who actually support them like they should. So they're dealing with the day to day. They just see you probably once or twice a week, or maybe a few posts every day. But the real life is real life, and that's just the end of all that. The last point we want to make, and I want you to, oh no, let me go over here. Yeah, sorry. The last point I want to make, and I want you to put in your perspective on this, Dr. Rae, which is, resetting your business is, all about focusing on the process. What do you think about that, love?
Coach, absolutely. I think sometimes we may become somewhat disenchanted with our businesses, just keeping it real. We get disenchanted with our business because comparison is a thief of joy. So we are so busy looking at what someone else might be doing in their business, and we're like, but that's not happening for me. Well, you have your own journey.
Oh, yes.
And so you have to walk it out. Walk it out.
Walk it
out. Yay. So you gotta focus on the process. And that's where the first point you made is revisit your business plan. So you put the plan together. This is what we are aiming for. This is how we plan on doing these things, and focusing on the process of getting it done. Because when you have solid systems, like Coach tells us to do, like Coach models for us.
Yeah.
You focus on the process. And also, too, I think focusing on the process helps you limit the overwhelm.
Yeah, it does.
Because when you focus there, you are more present in the moment and not worried so much about everything else.
Everything else everything else that starts to become irrelevant to the process. So heading over to the chat, and thank you guys for the hearts, the shares, and all that stuff. Roz said, I know I doubt myself when I get new clients. Yes, that's a real thing. Like, people think, like, really, you got a client and you're doubting yourself? You do. I always wonder if I can handle it because I don't want to fail. That is our number one, goal when it comes to getting clients. We don't want to let them down. We don't really care. I know a lot of people that are like, they get someone and they don't give a damn whether you use their product, service, or a course or whatever. You paid and that's it. But I love that you said that, Roz, because it shows that you actually care. You want to provide them with a result, which again, you will provide them with a result because you think that. Because you think that, okay, once I get a client, I don't want to let them down. That shows that you genuinely and actually care. And that's very, very important. So I'm glad you mentioned that. And honesty is key. Honesty is key. Yes. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, oh my God. Hey, Shaquita. Guys, if y'all looking to learn more about creating some extra income through real estate, definitely reach out to this amazing lady I have here, Shaquita. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, sis, on the screen. She is awesome. So yeah, you got to focus on that process. That's so important. I'm really heavy on my process. I'm so heavy on that. I teach my clients that all the time. Everyone out here is teaching you how to do goal setting and stuff. Goals don't mean nothing to me. And the reason why I say that, because I have a long history in sales, and we would have sit down and have conversations. We call them like pit meetings. I don't know why they titled it that, but that was the name. But we would talk about, okay, if somebody's not performing, why is this person not performing? Do they need more help? Do they need more training? Do they need just to get out there and be more open? And that was always the conversation all the time, is what are they doing, not what they did. You know what I'm saying? It's like, everything's a direct reflection of what we do and don't do every day. If you have somebody who who reads a book a week, or who gets tons of customers and clients. I know you have 20 prospects right now that you are about to get in. You've gotten all of that because you stayed close to the process and didn't allow your feelings or emotions to get involved and make the decision for you. We allow our emotions to make the decisions for us. We do. We need to say, no, let me stay true to my process, true to my plan. So that way I can make this goal. And then if you're not making it, you just got to make adjustments, or more importantly, be just a little bit patient. I had a client that I just got last night. Literally, I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh, she paid her invoice. And I was working with her for 2 weeks, and trust and believe, during that whole time, Dr. Rae, there was ups and downs of emotions where I teach all this, how, you have that person who goes into that peak moment where, oh, I'm so excited about working with you. This is great. This is awesome. You paint the whole picture for them, do the futurescaping, all those things. Right. And then all of a sudden reality hits, and they get that sense of nervousness, like, oh my God, like I'm really about to jump the ledge here during this time of the pandemic, which doesn't make it better for us, right? And then now you have to sort of be a not like a therapist, but let them know, girl, I'm on your side. Let's be all the way T. I'm on your side. This is not all these emotions you're feeling. I get it. Maybe sometimes you get women that they run things by the man and everything, which is fine, you know what I'm saying? Or their mom or whoever, and they put on their opinion. So you're sort of like, battling with all these other entities in their lives. But if what you have to offer is going to provide a result, a transformation, your confidence level has to be the same. Do you know what I'm saying? You still have to exude that even when you're doing Facebook messages and Messenger. You got to show how confident that what you're selling is going to provide them with a transformation. And the minute you get upset the fact that this person's taking too long to make a decision, and then you go quiet, guess what's going to happen? They're going to move. They're going to walk along and say, okay, you know. And so it's that constant going back and forth that a lot of women don't like to do because they feel like it's too time consuming. But hello, that 2-week or 14-day back and forth can be a 5K client. And you just walked away from that because you allowed your emotions to say, well, she ain't serious. Yes, she is serious, or he or she is serious. But again, you got it, selling is about conversation too. It's not just about closing. It's about having that conversation. There's some times where I just would reach out to a potential client and just say, good morning. Like, hey, how you doing, sis? And I'll talk about, hey, I'm cooking breakfast. I made this, I'm having a conversation with you. I'm a real human being, at the end of the day. This is my business, but it's also something that I know that I want you to get a result from. So yeah, we're going to have a conversation. You got to keep that dialogue, going back and forth, or else you're going to lose them. And a lot of people miss that. They assume and I know you experienced it with a young lady just recently, that they really want to be safe and they want to sort of change how the systems that you placed in place. But you was like, no, we do it this way for a reason.
Yeah.
Right. So that's important. That's definitely important to know that, and what do you have to say about that, Dr. Rae?
Well, focusing on the process allows the main thing to be the main thing. And also too, when you focus on the process, it helps you level up. And my saying is, stay out your feelings. There ain't no money in there.
No, it ain't no money in your feelings. Not in this space. Not now.
Right. This is your business. And if you want it to really succeed, you have to have a business mindset, not a, uncertain mindset. Business takes confidence. It takes connection. It takes conversation. And all those are parts of the process. So, when we get all up in our feelings and she did, Coach, I don't think I've ever told you, but I had a lady who reached out to me some time ago, well over a couple years ago. And she was telling me about her product. And at that time, and still today, because not everything works for everybody, your audience is not every person on the planet. Okay, unless you actually oxygen or air itself, not everybody is going to need your product. So, when I told her that I didn't want to move forward with her product, and I did it, I felt in a very gracious way. She went off.
Crazy. Yeah.
She's like, I can't believe you let me down. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And I was like, well, I'm really glad in a way that I told you no, because now I get to see the real you.
That's it. She exposed herself.
And you're not focusing on the process. The process should be taking your client from frazzled to focus. It should be taking your client from being confused to being clarified. So if that is what you're focusing on, maybe at this time in my journey, it's not time for me to move yet.
It's not.
Now we're going to continue to discuss and talk. You're going to help me. If you are providing me a service or a product, you should help me make that decision. But you will ultimately make that decision for me.
That's right.
And so I think her goal was, okay, well, you're going to sign. You're going to get this. And I was like, no, I'm not, because it's not the time. So you continue to focus on the process, reaching out to people, helping them get clarified, which you offer to your target audience. and
Mm-hmm.
focus on the process, and rinse and repeat.
That's right.
Rinse and repeat.
That's right. And this is what people are missing. The whole obstacle, the whole challenge, and the whole goal is not really the whole getting them to sign up or getting them to go to the website and buy. It's really about getting them comfortable about making a decision.
Yep.
Selling for me, I don't know about any other sales coach out there or strategist, but for me, selling is about forcing people to make a choice. And this is why I love what I do, because a lot of times we're giving that person a gift to make a
Yeah.
choice for themselves. We as women, we put everybody under the sun under ourselves, and to say, well, what do you want to do? What would you be considering? And this is why one of the things you guys should do is constantly ask people, the person you're speaking to or convincing to spend money with you, is to talk about their vision all the time.
Yeah.
Because at some point, just like I did with the young lady that I've been talking to for the past 2 weeks, when there's a moment of doubt, you got to revisit them back to their vision, because that's making it about them. That's making about what their goal is, and having them become vested into, because a lot of times you get people that they'll sign up, they'll join, they'll buy, but they're not vested, you
Yeah.
know? So you get them vested, which is a totally different level of excitement, because excitement, like, oh God, it's exciting. And then it goes away, because not everything about building a business is exciting. And there's days
No.
where you wake up and you're like, oh God, I got to do this again and again and again. But you get up and do it because you're vested. I'm vested in this, so I'm going to do this. But it's like, you got to get them to that point of them becoming committed, vested into it. And now they make a choice. So now the conversations are different. The conversations are more leveled up. It's more intentional. You're not getting them to opt into your goal or what you want. Like, you let me down. No, if somebody says, no, you're genuinely not letting me down. No
No.
one is letting me down. That's because this is about them. This is about you. It's not listen, I'm just a person that's trying to be intertwined with your process. That's all I am here in place and position for. And if it's not our time, it's not our time. If it's going to take me 2 weeks to get you there to me to get intertwined, then it takes that long. But we got to understand that, we got to take the focus off of us. That young lady probably, when it comes to me and selling, I have multiple balls in the air. There's times where I could talk to 3 or 4 people in one day at one time. And because you can't depend on that one person, you do got to have like yourself 20 people who are like, yeah, I'm really considering, and you're just working with them,
Right.
so you just can't rely on that one thing. I'm pretty sure that lady has like a traffic building problem, as far as building traffic and things like that within her company. Be a multitude of things, right? So
Right.
listen, guys, this was a good conversation. I'm super glad that we talked about this. I know Dr. Rae is going to be back on the show later on this week, and I'll give you guys more information about that. But I hope you guys got value about how to reset your business. It's so important.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave you guys on that note, because Dr. Rae and I got meetings today. We got,
Yeah.
we got 1,000 things to do. It's Monday. It is Monday. And we wanted to start this conversation off on resetting. All right. So, Dr. Rae, if you could just talk about some things you have coming up this week that they can, look out for.
Absolutely. We have our 3-day health challenge coming up. And if you're interested in a way to reset your health goal, your health journey, this is a great way to do it. It is 3 days. We'll have a Facebook support group as part of it. And we're having wonderful success for our customers and clients and team members. Reason being is we do this together with 4 of our most popular products, and people get to see and kind of trial just how wonderful our products are. So we're starting that next week. However, in order to get into the 3-day challenge with us, we need to know that you're going to get your order done by Wednesday, so that we can have everybody in place and everything ready for you. We need to have your order placed by Wednesday. So that would be the 22nd. So the other thing we have, and I'm sure Coach Campbell is going to tell us a little bit more about this, is Pass the Cast.
Yes, we have Pass the Cast coming up. Pastor Cast is going to be coming up on Friday. Definitely on Friday. We're going to be kicking off at 9 o'clock. We got about maybe 6 weeks past the Cast. We lost connection here. Sorry about that. We're back, guys. We're back.
Perfect.
Yes. Yes, awesome. We're back. So, Pastor Cass, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Rae, the topic is why building a side hustle is important. So we're going to talk on that. So make sure y'all attend. I'll have the flyer, the social flyer, put up very soon this week. But that's where we're going. Dr. Rae and I are both going to be. You're going to be on it too, right?
Yes, I will.
You're going to be on it too. I saw everybody signing up, so I want to make sure. Hey, Kiki, I want to make sure that I make sure you are on there. So it's going to be really, really good, guys. It really is. And do you have anything coming up on Saturday, or you said that already?
I do. No, I did not mention that yet. On Saturday, we will have our gut health webinar, our free gut health webinar, where you will find out how critical your gut health is and how if you're not taking care of it, it's not taking care of you.
That's right.
And then we have our Business Builders Academy that's been really well received. We have that on Saturday evening.
Awesome. And I think, I'm definitely going to attend both this time. That's going to be really good. For those of you, this week, I'm going to be continuing doing this Success Spotlight talk show. I'm going to have a few guests hop on here. I know next week we have somebody that's going to be talking about credit and business credit. And I have an amazing, one of my new clients, Deshaun, he's going to be hopping on here.
Hey, Deshaun.
Talking to you guys about how to rediscover your purpose. Also, I have my membership club, guys. Listen, the membership club is $9 right now. Definitely join and get inside. It's an amazing community. Beyond just all the trainings and the access you guys are going to be getting in there regarding sales strategy and marketing. It's definitely an amazing community to just fellowship in on a business level, especially now where you're getting all that support. So I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I'll be back on later on today. I know Dr. Rae's going to be doing some stuff on her page. So make sure that you guys are following and accepting our notifications. All right. So as always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you, in fact, deserve. Till next time. Bye, guys. Enjoy your meeting, Dr. Rae.
Thank you. Have a great day.